Drinking buddies. I thought it was about time we took Is the Store Pick Better Than the Standard Version to a whole nother level. I have here two standard bottles of 1792 full proof at 125 proof. These should taste identical. Then I got a store pick also at 125 proof. And then I have this Barton 1792 Master Distiller Kirkland single barrel at 120 proof. So there's a couple things we need to find out today. Is the store pick better? And is this cheap version of 1792 full proof at 5 less proof worth it?
I'm your drinking buddy.
Well, drinking buddies, 1792. I like this distillery quite a bit. I think that almost every bottle I've bought from them I've enjoyed. They're one that I kind of forget about though, because while their bottles are really good, I don't really know of any of their bottles that are truly great. Maybe this store pick is that. Let's find out. Well, whatever this smells awesome. Wow. So cherry candy. Candy. It's like a lot of the times on a bourbon, I get more of like honey or like brown sugar sweetness. This is candy sugar. Huh. That one's tasting really hot for the proof. The only other pour I had earlier was also a barrel proof. This tastes dramatically hotter than either of those. I'm leaning towards this must be one of these two because it just doesn't taste on that profile. Huh. This is real. This one right here, it's really giving me Buffalo Trace vibes. Bourbon vanilla, medicinal cherry. If I didn't know better, I would think if you gave me this blind, I think there's a really good chance that I would think I was drinking, like, not necessarily Stag Junior, I'm not saying that, but this tastes a lot to me like Benchmark Full Proof. Really similar flavor profile because it tastes a little young. It really tastes like Benchmark Full Proof. Oh wow, night and day. Completely different nose, not even remotely similar at all. This is banana bread and cinnamon. Man, it smells. This is gonna sound weird, but it smells refreshing. Like, it's bright. Walnuts. I love this nose. I was just saying the other day how I don't normally pick up bananas on 1792, but other people do. And that's banana bread, that's bananas Foster, that's banana candy. All the bananas. They took all the bananas. You could call this, yeah, they put all the bananas in here. That's really good, especially if you like that Brown Foreman profile like Jack Daniel's, Old Forester. That to me, once again, if I was tasting this blind, I really feel like I might think this is 1920 from Old Forester, or maybe a Jack Daniel's barrel proof. I don't normally pick up bananas off of 17. Okay. Well, I think we might have found our two 1792 standard bottles, because this is the same nose as Class 2. Banana bread, that bright citrusy note, brown sugar. Huh. Similar flavor, but different flavor. Not the same. Same nose, but different flavor. On here, I'm not getting bananas on the palate as much. It's there, but it's subtle. This is more bourbon vanilla. This is more rye spices, you know, your fall spices, cinnamon, nutmeg. Fall spices, you know what they are. I like it. I think it's really similar to this one. I think glass 2 is a little better. Okay. So this has got a lot of the same notes as the last 2 glasses. It's bright and citrusy with some brown sugar and something fresh baked. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm getting bananas off of this, but something fresh baked. Maybe like a pumpkin bread because of those fall spices. Huh. This is going to be hard. This is going to be really hard because these 3 are extremely similar. I think it's going to be splitting hairs which one I prefer because they're all 3 really similar. One is not standing out as being dramatically better than the other 2, but that could change on my second time through, that does. This, I believe, is this. I am pretty sure this is the single barrel from Costco, which I have yet to taste. I know it looks like I've had some of this, but I got this bottle in a trade and it was already half drank. So this is my first time trying it. But I think that's this, because it tastes off profile from these 3 and it's just not as good. When I say that it tastes like Benchmark Foolproof, it's not necessarily a compliment and it's not necessarily an insult. Benchmark's a great $20 bottle, but it's a $20 bottle. Brown sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, a lot of fall spices coming through on here. This one's giving me vibes of almost tasting like a barely legal rye, meaning 51% rye, but I know that this mash bill is high rye, so sometimes there is a faint difference for me between a high rye and a low rye. A high rye bourbon and a low rye can kind of have some crossovers as far as flavor goes. Really good, really good, really good. Meh. Let's go through these again and we'll try to guess and pick out which one's the best. Well, drinking buddies, I gotta be honest. I'm not entirely sure which is which, but I have guesses because I feel like this one is giving me a really unique banana thing that I don't normally pick up off of 1792, so I feel like that has to be the store pick. And maybe that's a flavor that you pick up off of some barrels. Maybe when they blend it together, that's something that falls to the back burner, but maybe it pops up on single barrels, and that's why some people associate banana with 1792. A chemical that naturally occurs in bourbon is also the chemical that is used to flavor artificial banana candy. I will put the name of that chemical right here because I don't remember it, but it starts with a B, and that chemical is famous for flavoring banana candy. What's really interesting is that same chemical is used to flavor pear in Europe. And so sometimes I wonder if you were to give a bottle of Jack Daniels to somebody from Europe, they would say it tastes like pears and not bananas. The more you know. All right, this is our Kirkland. I'm almost 100% sure of this. It's good. I think this bottle's about $20 for a 1 liter. If you see it, you probably should pick it up because it is pretty good. And it's always good to have a higher proof, cheap bottle lying around for whenever you want to make a mixed drink, because the higher proof makes great mixed drinks. I'm gonna use this for some old fashions. I'm gonna use this for some Manhattans, and they're gonna make some great Manhattans. This one I think is my favorite. I think this is gonna be the store pick, and I think these two are the standard bottles of 1792. And I'm leaning in that direction just purely because they taste really similar and are kind of lining up as being the same flavor profile. This one's more unique. This has got the bananas. I have gone on way too long here. I just need to tell you what I think is what. Kirkland store pick, regular. Let's find out. 4, this is the Kirkland store pick. 2, regular, and 3, regular. Queen sweep. Drinking Buddies. This was actually more challenging than I thought it was going to be because there wasn't an enormous difference. I had to just really rely on the fact that this was giving me a different note, and I definitely did like this one better. So the store pick wins again, and the Kirkland bottle is one that you might consider buying if you want a decent mixer lying around that's cheap at a higher proof. Not a great pour me personally. Drinking Buddies, I appreciate every single one of you, especially when you hit the like button, when you hit the subscribe button, when you hit that bell that tells you when I'm releasing a new video, which I do all the time. Some of my channels on YouTube that I follow, I will subscribe, and then I will sit like Scott Pilgrim in front of a door waiting for a package for a new video, and it won't come for weeks on end, sometimes a month. I post 5 times a week minimum. Oh, I shouldn't promise that. Right now, I'm posting 5 times a week minimum. Sometimes that's 6, sometimes that's 7. Some weeks it's a bad week and I'm really busy and I can only post 4. But I'm posting 4 videos a week. You don't have to watch them all, but you can if you want to. They're available. www.imyourdrinkingbuddy.com. I'll see you on the next one.